Kia ora, welcome back. Have I described or explained my welcome? Kia ora means hello in Māori. I am from New Zealand, I am part Māori, that is the native tongue of Māori, New Zealand, and the second official language for New Zealand besides English. So there's a little history lesson for you. Anyway, today, bringing out this bad boy, Ikon Ikonta M. It's loaded with some 100 speed 120 film. I can't actually even remember what film is in here. I want to shoot this. I swapped this camera for a couple of really nice old Nikon lenses. I don't think I came out of that deal on top, but I want to use this camera a lot more. It's so nice, it's so pocketable. This folds down. You push this like one lug here and one lug here, and then it folds down to a really nice compact size. For a 120 camera, it's pretty hard to beat that as far as size goes. As far as my knowledge, you can't get smaller than that for a 120 camera. So I'm down at the beach, Titahi Bay again. I was going to go for a swim, but it's super overcast now. So I just use the light meter plugin that I've got. Not plugin, app for the phone. And it's telling me about F11, 1/25. I think the light just dimmed a little bit, so I'll take another meter reading. I'm going to take some sort of landscape. I like landscapes that are super detailed, and that's what you get with 120, obviously. This is the basic scene that I'm going to shoot with the 120, I think. There's this sort of thing going on as well, but something I like square on shots like that. Hopefully the seagulls will stay there. Just finished taking a couple of snaps. Asked a guy sitting over there, cool looking dude, if I could take a portrait of him, but he said no. I think this might be one of the first no's I've ever had. Anyway, so I thought I'd show you a few quirky things about this camera. So it's got two viewfinders, one here and one here. This is for this parallaxy thing. This viewfinder you set here, and this gives you your distance gauge, and then you set the distance here on this front ring to what the corresponding distance on this, and then you frame through this viewfinder, which is straight over the lens and parallax corrected a little bit, and you set the ISO here, which doesn't actually matter with this, that's just to remind you what you're shooting. And then you set your, on this bottom ring here, you set your aperture, and on this top ring here you set your distance. No, shutter speed, sorry. But the weird thing about the shutter speed is these are the increments. Bulb, 1 second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 25 seconds, 50 seconds, 100 seconds, 300, or 100 seconds, you know what I mean, 10th, 25th, 50th, 100th, 300th. So it only goes up to 300, and it doesn't do normal shutter speeds like 1/2, 60th, or any of those. So, yeah, but I like to tend to overexpose a little bit anyway, so if it's telling me 1/2, I'll just go 100th. So not too big a deal. And then you cock it here, you turn that switch, and then you fire it here, or you can actually fire it down here as well. You wind on the film with this knob, and you look here and it tells you through the red what number you're up to. I'm up to number 7. I don't wind on until I'm ready to shoot. So like with a normal camera, well for me with 35mm I shoot and then I advance, but I don't with this, and the reason being it stops double exposures. Well, you can't double exposure it anyway, but it stops you like just bumping the shutter button and taking a picture. It won't actually cock the shutter, it won't let you take a picture until you advance it. So that's just a safety for me. So to close it, you just go, anything else I haven't shown you? I'm not sure that this is, the distance meter is quite correct. I just shot a scene with driftwood in the front of me. This is in feet. It was definitely not more than 6 feet in front of me, and the distance meter said 15 feet. So I set it at that. We'll see how they come out. I'm not sure how you go about changing these if you should need to, but that would be a bummer. Anyway, so to close it, one tab here, one tab here. You just push them down like that. Boom. Look at that. Smaller than a DSLR by a long shot. I'll give you like comparison with something you guys will be probably familiar with. I mean, this is a Mu 2, so it's smaller obviously, but look, the Mu's actually fatter. So yeah, this is the one camera that I've got that I leave the leather case on. It doesn't get in the way, I find. I shoot this pretty much only this is a square 6.6, so you don't have to worry about doing this and getting that in the way, so everything's square anyway. And yeah, that is that. As I said, the images will be in the link below once they're up. I've been taking forever to get through this film, but I'm very keen to, so yeah, link will be in the description below if they're done. So as soon as they're done, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.